Well, Pope Francis has left the hospital in Rome, where he spent 5 weeks fighting a life-threatening double pneumonia infection. The 88-year-old gave a thumbs up and thanked the crowds that were waiting outside the Gemelli Hospital from a balcony before his departure. His motorcade then took a detour across town where the Pope prayed before returning to his residence in Vatican City. Doctors have ordered Francis to spend at least another 2 months resting. We can get more now from journalist Seema Gupta in Rome. Seema, the Pope's left the hospital. When exactly can we expect him to pick up with his regular duties again?
Well, yes, after 38 days in hospital, he's finally been discharged, and the doctors discharged him with a prescription of rest, rehabilitation, and convalescence for the next 2 months. They've said very clearly that he no longer has the pneumonia, but there's still some left over from the polymicrobial respiratory chest infection that he had, and so he continues taking his meds as well as continuing with his physical and respiratory physiotherapy that he's been doing in hospital. Now, today, when we saw him in that brief appearance at the balcony at Rome's Gemelli Hospital, this, of course, the first time that we're actually seeing and hearing from the Pope since the 14th of February. His voice sounded frail and raspy, perhaps a bit weak, and the doctor said that that was only normal, and he had to boost up his strength to eventually get his voice back on track. But they've seen improvement in the last couple of weeks, and they're hopeful that this will continue.
And Catholics around the world have been keeping a close eye on his health, very concerned about it. What are doctors' prognosis for the weeks and months ahead?
Well, they've said that, look, we've seen improvement in the last couple of weeks and they expect it to continue. They said it's important, actually, that he does go back home to the Casa Santa Marta residence inside the Vatican, because it's better for him to get rest and recuperate there instead of being in a hospital where he could potentially be exposed to other infections. And in fact, they've also said that he should avoid large crowds or any crowds where there are perhaps young children who may be carrying infections. So really, we'll have to see how he proceeds. Now, he hasn't stopped working, even though he was inside the hospital, and even though the doctors said there were 2 occasions where his situation was really critical and he was close to death. But they're expecting to continue working, continue praying, perhaps not like how he used to in the past, but they're hopeful, as I said. Over the last 2 weeks, they've seen improvements and they expect things to continue. He will get the help he needs inside the Vatican. The doctors are on hand there. He will have a nurse taking care of him. And as we saw him enter the Vatican, we saw images of him. He still was using those nasal tubes in order to get the oxygen he needs when he needs it.
Seema Gupta reporting from Rome. Thank you so much, as always.